Elektra and Daredevil just found the big hole in the ground. Then you should check out
Elektra and Daredevil just found the big hole in the ground.
Because we don't just
Then you should check out
Elektra and
Screen
Daredevil
Junkies
just beat 2. We just found the big hole in the analysis and breakdowns for some of your favorite shows, where you can call in and talk with us directly. And unlike the official post shows, we don't have to suck up to any network overlords. Featuring fan favorites like Knocking Dead, where we break down all the zombie action. Watching Thrones, where we follow all the intrigue in Westeros. Debugging Mr. Robot, where we debug Mr. Robot. And coming this fall, we get our superhero crush on with Rewinding Flash, Shooting Arrow, and Seeing Supergirl. Sorry, Gotham. Plus, don't forget the small screen, big drama version of movie fights. TV fights with Roxy Stryer. Just that alone is worth it, but why stop there? We've doubled the amount of shows since our launch, and we're adding new shows every month, including exclusive stuff with Doug Benson, and continuing your favorites with awesome people like Kevin Smith. Screen Junkies Plus. Now, even plusier. We really gotta work on our taglines. Oh, and one more thing. For any TV junkies who sign up now using promo code SJCentral16, you'll get 50% off our annual membership. Seriously though, is Gotham still on? I haven't watched it in a while. You're watching Screen Junkies Central. Today's episode is brought to you by T-Mobile, the Uncarrier.
Welcome to Screen Junkies Central. I'm Hal Rudnick, and with me, you know him, you love him, Andre Meadows, a.k.a. the Black Nerd.
What's up, everybody? I love
man.
sitting here. This feels like a geek sporting event, like, coming to you live from San Diego. We have cosplay wars.
Andre, there are some intense nerds out there
I
today.
have seen a Batman and a Joker eating hamburgers.
I saw an overweight Deadpool fall to the ground from heat exhaustion.
It's pandemonium.
Andre, thank you for being here, my man.
Thanks for having me. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate this. This is awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we are here for a pretty cool panel. Go, go, it's the Power Rangers! I'm so excited! Yes. And I wouldn't want to host this or co-host this with anyone but Andre Meadows, because the child is alive inside of you, Andre.
Context. I'm really excited. Because who grew up on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Who watched it back in the 90s? I remember watching it. It's Morphin time, and they're all getting the Zords. Then Tommy shows up, Green Ranger. And just all that's just so good. And I went to see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie back in the 90s. I saw Turbo Power Rangers movie in the theater. Paid money, got it on DVD. But I've always been wanting another one, and now I'm so excited about this one. I'm super stoked. I really am.
Absolutely, yeah, I could tell. I mean, you're giddy as a schoolgirl.
I am super giddy.
And I'm also glad to have you here because I'm a little bit of a neophyte when it comes to the Power Rangers. Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
What's the difference between the Power Rangers and Voltron?
Well, the Power Rangers are live action to a certain extent, whereas Voltron's animated. And the thing about Power Rangers is, as they say in the show, they're teenagers with attitude. There's these cool guys, but it's neat because there's a person for everybody. Like you got Jason, who's really cool, collective, the leader type.
Yeah.
You got Billy, who's the nerds for the nerds in the house. You got Kimberly, you had Trini, you had Zach, my boy Zach with the hip hop keto.
Nice.
He looks the same. Like, you've ever seen him in person, Walter Jones? That dude. Black Ranger don't crack. That's all I'm gonna say. he looks really good. But it was just so awesome because there were these different personalities that came together, and they were just always fun together. I always said it was like Saved by the Bell, except they also fought monsters and putties and things like that. And then when they all morph, they get into their suits: red, blue, pink, yellow, black, eventually green, eventually white, and then they call them their Zords. You got the Zords are all based on dinosaurs.
Right.
You got the Tyrannosaurus, you got the saber-toothed tiger, you got the mastodon, pterodactyl, triceratops. Then Tommy comes in with his flute. And the Dragon Zord raises from the water. And then they merge together and become the Megazord. And then eventually the Mega Dragon Zord. And then they call Titanus, which is the Bronzozord, and he sits in there, and they become the Ultra Zord.
Wow.
And they take out Rita and Lord Zed.
Damn. Andre, your knowledge runs deep.
I feel like there's a mother who brought her kid here, and it's just like, what foreign language is he talking about?
Human Wikipedia page, Andre Meadows. Andre, you gave us a great layout of the Power Rangers world just now.
Yeah.
I think it's time to introduce the new cast of the Power Rangers movie.
Yes. So let's bring him out. Let's bring out Becky G as Trini, the Yellow Ranger. Woo! We got Ludi Lynn as Zach, the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
We got Naomi Scott as Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. And we got Dacre Montgomery as Jason, the Red Ranger. Woo! The Power Rangers cast, everybody, give it up for 'em.
Wow.
I'm so short.
I know, me too.
I'm like here. Wow.
How you guys doing?
I'm gonna sit on my
Great
leg.
to be here.
So great.
So, welcome to Comic-Con, you guys.
you.
Thank you.
And
Welcome
big
to Screen Junkies Central.
And also big shout out, he couldn't be here today, but a big shout out to RJ Seiler, who is Billy the Blue Ranger in this.
We miss you,
miss you.
RJ.
Yeah, but he's a cool
We
dude
do.
as well.
He's great.
But yeah,
He's so
welcome
good.
you guys.
Thank you guys for having us. We're so excited to be here.
So, let's talk about Screen Junkies Central and Comic-Con. Have you been in San Diego for this event before?
No.
No, we
I
haven't.
think this is
Never.
the first time for all of
This
us.
is everyone's first
Really?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't been to San Diego before at all.
Of course you haven't with that.
Have you been
Aussie
across the
accent.
pond before?
Say,
Across the pond, you've been to America before.
yes.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
Many times.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Say
been.
that again in Australian. so he
Have you been
understands.
across the pond before?
Yeah.
That's nay.
Was that a bit
It's a
British
bit more-
accent?
it's a bit
Wow.
more- it's-
That
it's-
sounded more British, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's a bit more British.
Do you want to try it? Shall I give you something you have to say?
Sure.
I'm
Let's go.
going to have tea with the Queen.
I'm going to have tea with the Queen.
That's not bad.
That's
actually.
That was
bad.
actually
I like
really
it.
That's
Give me that
really
one. I
not
have to
bad.
practice for a
Give him a
long
hand.
time.
Give him a hand.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Most Americans, when they try and do a British accent, sound constipated.
That's me. That's
In
what
my
I do.
experience.
I always turn into like old Cockney women, like, I'm going to have tea with the Queen. Like, I don't know why it goes there. I keep trying.
That
but
was
you,
veering
That's
towards
fantastic.
Chinese there.
Oh, there
So-
it is. We switched it.
Have you guys seen anything insane so far? Because the people watching down here is off the charts.
I think
I
we've
mean,
seen a lot of. Sorry,
We've
Dean,
seen, yeah,
you
no, go right ahead. We've seen a lot.
All I was going to say is I think we've seen a lot of positive feedback, considering that, for me in particular, I'm an unknown, and there's been a lot of really good online, and now that we're here, presence of like encouragement, which is great.
Yeah, everyone's been nice.
Yeah, we've seen a lot
Um,
of support for sure. A lot of positivity. I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking, right? We all grew up with this, and
Yeah, it's a
you know,
beloved franchise.
It
there's
is.
a lot of expectations from
They're
ourselves
big shoes
too.
to fill.
And we feel you guys, man. But I think there's some magic into this. I don't
Definitely.
think anyone's
I think
gonna
as
be
a whole
disappointed.
too, just in general, Comic-Con has been pretty awesome. I mean, the moment I got off the freeway yesterday and came into the city, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Everybody's dressed up in costume. Everybody has their T-shirts on or like these crazy, like handmade like outfits. It's awesome. I think it's really
It's a
cool.
lot
The
of-
dedication is real.
I feel like everyone's worried that this whole event's gonna be like crazy and it's gonna be tough on us. But I feel like if I can't appreciate this, if I can't enjoy this, what can I appreciate? This is for us, you know.
It's-
This is a
as RJ
celebration
said-
Yeah.
of the passion from the fans.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. I wish this might be a little secret, but I wish I could. I might do this actually, dress up in cosplay and go around the.
Ludi.
Wait. Who would
Love
you?
it.
Who would you?
Everybody
Other
go
than the
look
Black
for Ludi.
Ranger, who would you dress up as? Not from Power Rangers, but.
Yeah,
who
what
else?
would you dress up
Yeah,
like?
Yeah, who
I
else?
want each of you to answer that.
Mate,
I've got
question.
one straight
Should I
up.
just
I'll go.
host the whole thing? No.
I've got one straight up that I saw today, which is hilarious. I love the outfit. It's the Sharknado Elvis.
Oh,
yeah,
What?
Sharknado.
You see them? Yeah, they were on
was good.
stilts and
It
they had
was good.
sharks coming through them. It was insane.
Okay, so that's you. I would go for Arwen from Lord of the Rings. She was like,
Wow.
yeah, come on now with the ears. Like, she's so sexy. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
is
I
that,
love
she
is that Kate Blanchett?
No, Liv
Oh,
Tyler.
Liv Tyler, Liv Tyler, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Am
yeah.
I right? Okay, good.
Am I right? Am I right?
She's such a good horse rider as well.
I think I would be Khaleesi, the mother of dragons.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Nice.
want to see that.
I might get found out though.
Dragon.
What's that?
I might get found out though. That might not be such a good
Yeah,
disguise.
maybe not.
Yeah.
I would just be a Powerpuff Girl. I don't know. I know it's
Which
cute.
one? Which
You
one?
are
I
a
just feel I
Powerpuff
am. I
Girl.
feel ever since I was little, I've always
You
been
are
Which
a
color?
that.
Which color?
I mean, Bubbles. I always wanted to be Bubbles.
Wow, this one loves everything. Hey.
Yes.
Striped shirt over there.
Andre, what would you be?
Well, actually, I'm Becky, and that's Andre. We actually are cosplaying
We
right
are
now.
cosplaying right now. Nice.
Brilliant.
Nice answer. I like
No,
that.
actually, for the first time last week, I got to actually dress up as a Ghostbuster with an official Proton pack, like it was
That's
a
insane.
handmade Proton pack.
Nice.
Wow.
And that was fun. Like, I
That's
was
awesome.
like, yay, that was really cool.
If I could only do one cosplay, it would probably be Beyonce.
Of course. Easy.
There is
Easy
none
answer.
higher. There,
No.
like it's like Mother of Dragons, Beyonce.
Say, yeah.
Right?
We make a good team.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Watch out, all you single ladies.
All you single ladies.
Whoa.
I like that.
So, you guys, tell me what the moment was like when you found out you were cast as an iconic
Shall we go down the
character.
line?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, for me, I freaked out, honestly. I remember everybody except for me knew. My managers, my mom, my dad, everyone. And Dean, the director, called me, and I was in a fitting, so I missed his call. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, my God, this is Dean's number. This is the call. This is either the thanks so much for your time, but you're not good enough, and we're going with somebody else. Or this is the phone call that's going to change my life.
Game changer.
Game changer. I always, since growing up, I loved the Power Rangers, and I wanted to be the Yellow Power Ranger. So it was kind of weird how the opportunity came about. And Dean called me, and he's like, I got a very serious question for you. Are you ready to be the Yellow Power Ranger? And I just screamed. I cried. I was very emotional. It being my first film and being, something that obviously influenced me so much growing up. It was pretty huge.
Becky, could you imitate that scream for us right now?
No, it would hurt everybody's ears.
I can.
Actually, I think I heard it that night. I was
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
Echoing,
Oh, yeah. That was me as well.
Echoing throughout the Hollywood Hills.
someone just
my
got
God.
cast as the Power Ranger out there.
Ludi, tell us about your moment.
Okay, so when I found out, I was living in China. I'm still living in China, but I was in China. I called my mom right away.
Is that where you're
who's in
originally
Canada.
from, or?
That's where I was born.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
I'm
He's from
Chinese.
a little bit of
Hey,
everywhere.
中国人你好，大家好，我是林陆迪，高兴认识大家。
China
You didn't
represent.
understand that.
So
Hold
then I
on.
called my mom, who lives in Canada, and I go, Mom, I think you know that show I used to watch every single day when I came home from school, and she goes, Which show? Which show? I go, the Power Rangers, and she goes, Oh, cartoon? I'm like, no, well, I just got a role in the Power Rangers. She's like, oh, just cartoon. I'm like, no, I think there's some people acting in it too. And then she goes, okay. She goes, what role? I'm like, oh, the Black Power Ranger. And she, oh, black, why black? I'm like, well, no, it's pretty cool, Mom. And she's like, black, always
That's
the bad
adorable.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he's a good guy. Anyways, it's cool, don't worry about it. And then I called my friends, and they're like, oh, dude, awesome!
Yeah, your mom sounds like my mom. Like my mom would be like, "Wait, you're gonna get hurt. Be
Yeah.
careful." Your mom's not Jewish like my mom is.
Oh, Mama Fern. So.
Naomi,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh. So I was just at home on the couch watching maybe something a bit trashy, I don't know. But
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No.
Okay.
There's a show called Made in Chelsea. It's an English show. It's kind of like I don't know. Anyway, you don't need to know. It's not that great. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Jersey Shore, because Jersey Shore's like it's like rich people, like rich young kids.
Oh.
But they're actually rich, though. They're not pretending to be rich. Anyways, was watching a show.
Cool.
Was with one of my best friends, and I got a call from my manager, and it was kind of like this thing of, okay, so it's not official, but and I was like, what? So it was kind of this weird thing of we didn't know whether it was official or not for like an hour. So I'm like just sitting there, like really confused. And then I popped up on Instagram. Naomi Scott is the Pink Power Ranger, and I was like, I think that's official. Seeing as it was Lionsgate official Instagram. So I was like, I think this is it. So yeah, that was great.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a really interesting experience. I was just finishing acting school or drama school, and the very last night of the very last play of third year, I was out having Macca's, McDonald's with my mate. It was the end of the year. I'd had a few beers, and we were at
Wait,
McDonald's.
Beers with McDonald's.
Beers at McDonald's.
Yeah, and I got a BYO, And
Okay.
we had anyway. I got a message saying, "Can you tape for Power Rangers in the morning?" I thought, okay, I'll get up and learn it. So I got up at 7 o'clock, I think, and I had 5 missed calls from my now manager going, "They want you to be on a plane tomorrow," and I didn't even tape. I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" And they'd seen something else and said, "Can you come over?" So I got on a plane, traded my business class ticket for 2 coach tickets, and brought my mum. And
Nice.
and we landed on the Saturday, so a day later, and met with the director. And then Sunday morning I tested, and then Monday morning they said, had the role. So in 4 days it changed my
Just
life.
so easy.
Wow.
Like what?
Not so easy. I mean, lots of
It sounds so much
many
cooler
years
when you
of
say it in your
auditioning, but,
accent, too.
I was like,
No,
auditioning
sorry,
for
it sounds
Mum.
so amazing.
But it was definitely the same as I think all these guys, a life-changing moment of going,
Yeah,
I just did the test,
definitely.
I'm going to find out, they've told me tomorrow, and literally standing in the shower with my head under the water and thinking, I'm going to get a call in the next 10 minutes, and then walking out and Mum's crying. And she's like, my baby boy, you've
Yes,
done
to
it, so
moms.
This
here."
is so
That's
deep.
that's
Wow.
a beautiful
That's
story. I have one
beautiful,
follow-up
Dacre.
question.
Okay.
One follow-up question.
Yes.
Can you? I just still need to clarify. Do they or don't they serve beer at McDonald's Australia?
I think we
'cause
like
you're
to think
going.
they do, but I may have brought a few sneaky ones
All right.
in with me.
Sneaky
I'm
one.
about to say, McDonald's
Snake
America
it.
needs to catch up. man.
Yeah. Right.
Now, what I think is interesting because you hear a lot of talk about which superheroes and like trying to get different types out there, and that's one thing I've always liked about Power Rangers. There's always been a diverse team, and it's just even with this casting, you guys are from all over the world, different
You're
places.
from different
Yeah,
continents,
yeah.
that's
Like,
for sure.
Yeah. So was that interesting to have you all come together with just various backgrounds and then having to work together on this movie?
I think
That's
it was
what you
pretty
said
incredible.
right there. Like you said, come together, right? It's all about togetherness. It's all
The
about
unity.
Yeah, it's all about unity, and they did such a good job, made such a brave decision in casting diversity, right? And that's important because at the end of the day, to the core, no matter if you're a fan of the original Japanese series or the TV series or anything that follows after, but to the core, there's been so much diversity throughout the Power Rangers universe. But the core is the Power Rangers,
Yeah.
and the core is just togetherness, teamwork, and then love
Being
and positivity,
superheroes
and
with your
that's it.
friends.
So I think the casting decision they made here is very brave because it sticks to the core.
Yeah.
I thought it was good as well.
Because at
Agree,
the end of the day,
100%.
we're all just people, and we all just want to work together
Absolutely.
for something better.
And we're all different ethnicities as well, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I mean, I was born in Australia, but my mum's Canadian and my dad's a Kiwis from New Zealand. And then Nay, you
I'm half Indian. Whoop whoop. Any Indians in the house? Yeah. Woo. Just me.
East India. Where you at?
They're just ashamed, I think. No, I'm joking. No one. Oh wow, I'm representing you. And obviously you're Chinese.
Yes, very Zhongguo.
I mean, because he already said, guys.
yeah.
Me being Latina too, it was a huge. Hey, Filipinos.
That's the
yeah.
one.
No, it was. I mean, honestly, and I think too, the unity and everything, the togetherness, and all of us being able to come from different places and find this common ground. We all share the same passions, the same dream, and not only that, we're all aware of the responsibility that we're carrying on our shoulders, and we wear it with pride because we are very excited to be a part of this. So it's just a
Very.
huge honor.
Also. Yeah, because
Amen.
that's what I was wondering. Is
Amen.
like, as much as this must be awesome to do this, was there any kind of like, oh my gosh, this franchise has been around forever, and now I've got to step in
Definitely.
into it.
I think for me it was definitely a moment of obviously appreciating that the franchise has such a already huge fan following, but I think it was more the responsibility of stepping into those shoes of a superhero, of somebody that people look up to, somebody that fights crime, looks after the good in the universe, all those kind of things, and go, a lot of people look up to you to have certain qualities. And it might not be having beer at Macca's in 3 in the morning. So.
That's an
So tell me about the moment when you first saw the new badass Power Ranger costumes, because
Yo.
they got serious upgrades. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, these are the new, these ain't your mama's Power Rangers.
Well, it was a long process with the suits. I don't think anybody really knows the process that we went through. I mean, before we started filming, we were doing like all these crazy cool 3D scans so they can start custom making them to our bodies. And then we tried them on for the first time. It was like a 3-hour process. And me and Nay did it together, and we were both starving. So you best believe we were hangry. We were like tight, standing there, like uncomfortable. But once it was all on, once we put our masks on, it was really moving. It was like, wow, this is real.
Wow.
And I mean, it's crazy. I think, yeah, it was a surreal moment.
How easy is it to move in those suits? Because
I mean,
Ludi made it very easy.
Ludi
for
shows
himself.
us all
look,
up.
It gets easier over time, like as your body
Does it?
warms
No,
up
it
to it.
doesn't.
and
For
the
you.
suit, you create a bond, the relationship with the suit. You have to listen. You have to befriend the suit. You have to talk.
Mate,
to the
it's a love-hate relationship that
You're
I
the
have
suit
with my
whisperer.
suit.
And then if it doesn't listen, then you beat it into
Yeah.
submission. No, but
mean-
our stunt guys though, you should see them like fly around in the suit.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I go, if they can do it, why can't we do it, right? So we step up, and it's
Well, theirs were made a bit differently than ours.
Yeah, there was
too.
some alterations, definitely.
Theirs had
yeah.
a little bit more room
Oh,
in
really?
it to move around. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, what's different about our suits is they kind of grow on us. They're part of us. They're part of our genetics, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so it's like an armor, you know, which is kind of cool and
I
different.
think what's really cool too is it's also like a metaphoric thing in a sense. Like I think then it was actually stepping into a suit, but you'll see in this film, it's actually learning that the suit comes from within. It's finding that inner strength in yourself and owning it and being confident in that, and finding that strength within other people too. And I think that's really cool and unique about the suits this time around.
And one thing I do want to say, sorry, man. One thing I do want to say to the fans about the suits is, there's a lot riding on the suits, right? And I've seen so much fan work come out. Like I've seen incredible fan work come out on other designs for suits, and don't hate on any of the suits. It's all good. Like it's the time and the passion you take into creating these suits, right? You're not going to be disappointed by the new suits by any means. But I want to say some of the other suits out there, they're pretty incredible, man. It's
Yeah.
all artwork. You
the
know?
And
fans
the,
are passionate.
Yeah, they are.
We
And,
learned that. I definitely did.
the whole concept behind the suits is that the actual morph is organic. Like the others were saying, it literally
it comes from the
comes
universe,
from within.
from the energy.
And
yeah.
and a big shout out to Weta, who made
Yeah.
made
Woo!
the
They
suits.
killed
I
it.
actually flew out to New Zealand, went to their workshop, got to meet all the amazing people there and see all of the incredible Lord of the Rings and Hellboy and everything out there, and which was incredible for me because I grew up watching all of these things, and they've done such an incredible job. When somebody goes Power Rangers, but they go organic, it's coming from outside of you. It's not
Yeah.
armor that you put on, and then for them to come up with this multi-layered, costume
layers.
so many layers, so many
So
layers.
many
I can
layers.
just see, I
How
can
long
just
does
see imagination going wild now with the word organic, but also evolved from that concept. It's much more than that. It's like, it's a philosophy. It's really Zen where the suits are coming from.
Wait, is Power Rangers a religion?
Join.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
For some,
Join the others.
Al, for some people, it is. It really is.
Is there a chance that I have a suit inside of me?
I think
I don't
that's
know.
kind
Dig
of what
deep,
we're
man.
saying.
Find out.
is
Let me know.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to do some soul searching tonight.
You should.
I mean, yeah.
I just wanted to follow up. How long, literally, does it take to put the suit on?
2 hours?
Yeah.
Whoa,
well,
2 hours?
Once they were done, and
get
we
better,
like
yeah.
the last couple times we had to have them on. I think we broke a record. We did it in an hour, which was pretty
Yeah.
cool because we learned
They
how
leave
to
an
put
hour
on
and a
our
half,
own
though.
stuff and.
The whole sort of process is that you've basically got like multiple jumps or single. What do you call them? Like
They're
a
like
jumpsuit?
leotard things.
Yeah.
Leotardy jumpsuit
We look like little
things,
beans.
and they're multiple. So every time you put the next layer on, it adds a sort of different texture, and then the final layer is all this armor coming together. So
Yeah.
it's quite tight and
It's
cumbersome.
disjointed. It's not all just one thing. Yeah.
Even though the materials are so light, it is cumbersome in the sense that because it's so tight, you're sort of restricted in your movement.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd have like 4 or 5 costume ladies. So helpful, so much
Oh,
help.
yeah.
Like we
And
couldn't
then
have
you
done it
learn-
without all
Oh.
these people.
And then you learn these fun little shortcuts, like you only put on an arm or you don't put on the suit pants. Kind of like news anchors.
I
you
never
know,
got
like-
that
I don't-
option.
I never
missed
did
out.
that.
I am
Really?
right now.
Yeah, just the
You know,
blazer
sitting
and
here
shirt
and
and
What's going
jeans
on here?
are-
Just
Just
having some
boxers.
hours.
boxer shorts
Yeah.
underneath
It was,
the
it was, yeah, and then I remember asking the question when we first put on the suits. I was like, so how do we use the restroom?
Oh.
Because we have so many
Guys.
layers, but yeah, we
It
found
was
ways.
tough. I
we
mean,
found ways,
Our-
that's for sure.
Bless our stunt doubles. Like there was one time, Kimmy. I'm sorry for that moment that we had. I mean, seriously, it was difficult. There's, I mean, No, actually, I don't want to spoil the
TMI.
beautiful. No,
illusion.
we won't go there. It was difficult. I'll leave it at that.
Is there any truth to the rumor that part of the suit was a Power Rangers diaper? Kidding, folks.
Oh,
I
the
was
brown?
about to say potentially, but kidding,
Yeah, I know.
folks.
I was thinking underoos
Like
for
the
some
poo-
reason.
the poo suit.
Yeah, there
The
was
poo
like
suit.
it was called the poo suit.
We called it the poo suit.
With like a poop shoot and a little,
Yeah.
like dungarees.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
made for
the
the brown
brown
Rangers.
one.
Like, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But yeah,
about
I just
Matt?
I just know that when that moment comes in the movie, when like you first morph into those suits, I know the audience and myself is gonna be like, yeah, just seeing that for
It's
the first
extremely
time.
moving. That's for
I
sure.
can't wait. Hey, you guys, the first moment you see the movie, you see the suit on or whatever, you guys should film selfie your own reactions and post it online.
But
I
not
think
in
that
the
should be-
movie
Wait, are you
theater,
encouraging them
because
to
that's
take
illegal.
pictures in the movie theater?
Please don't do that.
Selfies.
Ludi!
No, you
Don't-
can't.
You know what?
It's
Go-
illegal.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
say,
We're
go
Don't
to
do
the-
anything
bad
illegal.
Go to the movie.
But do it
Definitely
anyway.
see Power Rangers.
Record
Do
yourself
not
once you
take a
finish the
selfie
movie.
during
not.
the
Yeah,
movie.
after the movie.
After the movie.
There will be
Yes.
people in prison, and they'll be like, Ludi Lin told me to do this.
It's cool, man. I'm from China. I don't know anything.
Excuses
I
for
don't
everything.
speak I don't speak English.
Ludi, that comment just broke the internet.
Love
So-
Okay.
oh,
So, you mentioned your stunt doubles, and we
Yes.
know there is intense physical action
Oh, yeah.
fighting in
Oh,
these
yeah.
movies.
It was crazy. Actually, we trained, all of us kind of got to train a little bit before we even got there for filming. I mean, you have the most experience by far.
I mean, look at this, guys.
Everybody, there's not an ounce of fat on this guy's body.
Hey, girls,
it's all
come
muscle.
on. Don't. This merchandise
Hey.
is not for free.
No, but it was cool. We got to train ourselves,
Love
and
it.
I also shout out to our stunt doubles who really went out of
Yeah.
their way to help us figure out our fighting styles for our characters and really making them unique. And we did a lot of our own stunts.
Yeah,
which was really
we were
fun.
very-
we
we were
were
very
very
fortunate.
hands-on. But it was hard because. I'm from Inglewood. I don't know. I kind of had an idea of how to fight beforehand.
Inglewood,
but-
up to no
Hey,
good.
I'm just kidding. But the concept of fighting for camera is very different. This person is not your opponent, they're your partner. So their safety comes first. So learning camera blocking and stacking and safety boxes and fully going for a punch, but knowing in your body that you are not going to hit this person.
It can get
It's
dangerous
hard.
though, because the first time that I ever did choreography
Oh my
on
God.
camera, apparently they say it's very normal. You get nervous, and the nervous, then all your distances you just forget. And poor
Bam.
Will, who was playing a putty, by the way, guys, just boom and bled. He bled.
Yeah,
I
she made
actually
him
made
bleed.
his lip bleed.
Wow.
All that
And
training.
I
Nate.
didn't know what to-
Powerful.
all
And
of
he's
that
the
training,
nicest
and
guy. He's
He's
the
the
least
nicest guy.
deserving
I
guy of that
literally, my
too.
knuckles were bleeding. And it never happened again. These two had a little bit of an altercation as well.
Oh, they had their own moment.
Tell
that
us
was
about that.
crazy.
Yes.
Let's just say he's got a powerful a backhand when it clocks
Yes.
you. Took me straight out clean.
Let's
But
Let's
but we
just
got
say afterwards
yeah.
we're even.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got him back,
got him back.
unintentionally. But I think it's great because from my first day, we had this huge, crazy stunt scene, which you'll find out. It's at the very beginning of the film. We almost shot chronologically in a way. In a weird way, it was quite ordered. Anyway, so from the day that I was there, my stunt double, Frank, who's the most incredible guy, he is Assassin's Creed. Like, how cool is that? He does all the motion cap for that game. And just the nicest guy. And, like, that's the kind of support when you go on set and you're like, regardless of where you're at,
You love them.
keep you
this
safe.
guy is like, and he's so nice and quiet and...
From helping to putting on our harnesses, to
Yeah.
making sure all of our wires were clear, to making sure that if we had to go somewhere of dangerous heights, they were right there by our sides, kind of guiding us through everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we felt very safe.
Absolutely.
We were
Yeah,
very
and what I
lucky.
said before about this film, like the word together. Really, it's not just us. It's us, our stunt guys, and then the entire
The
crew
crew.
that crafted it. Like, it's Zach. It's not
Shout
just
out to the
me.
crafty
It's-
team
Yeah,
who
it's
fed
me and
us.
Brian
Crafty
Hogue,
team,
my stunt
yep.
guy, who we discussed what his fighting style should be, what it could be, and our director as well. And hopefully in the future, when the movie comes out, it'll be us together as fans and audiences and people.
We're a
That's how we
happy
complete the
family.
Power Rangers. It should be a religion. It should spread. Am I? Or a cult.
Preach
So,
it, preach it.
Every time some announcement, like when you guys got announced one by one, I would get like messages and whatever. But one morning, my Twitter just went bloop, 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 crazy because they announced Elizabeth Banks being in the movie as Rita Repulsa. So when you guys found out about that, how did you guys feel when you heard that announcement?
My mum was like, "Is she the one from Hunger Games?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is." And like, it's that whole thing of like, not just that she's been in Hunger Games, but you get on set and you're working with somebody who's a seasoned, successful actress, actor, actress. It's like suddenly you're functioning in this realm where this person makes you think, like gives
About
you
every
options,
decision,
gives you so much to work with that you actually have to work harder. You have to bring your game up because I remember on the first day that I met her, I probably can't say, it's probably going to give a spoiler, but but let's just say she just forced me in such a great way to be like, you need to make some like really big creative decisions here. And that actually, that's it's a whole nother learning step on top of being on
I think she's such a character actress as well. Like she's able to take something on paper and really bring it to life. And in this mix of the insanity, but she's funny, but she's
beautiful
super scary,
too.
but she's kind of beautiful. She's like everything. And she's fearless, so she went in.
To add on to what Nay was saying about her, I think what I loved the most about working with her is she was involved in every aspect of her character, as far as development-wise, making adjustments to the script and saying, I feel like as her character, maybe it would go a little bit more this way, or she would say something like this, or just saying it while we're filming, and taking those risks. And then cosmetic-wise, when it came to the prosthetics and the costumes, just knowing where her character was at every phase in the movie it was really inspiring to see.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She does drama, she does comedy.
She does
love her
everything,
Wet Hot American Summer.
She
She's
sings,
great.
I think.
That's awesome. And then we saw that picture in Entertainment Weekly where she's like, got you, or she's like, I was like,
When I say
whoa.
I actually had bruises, because it was so intense. Like, it was cool too. We did our blocking and stuff, just her and I and Dean, and it was cool because we were like in sweats, no makeup, hair in a chongo, like not even carrying. Oh, sorry, in a bun. I got super Latino on you guys. I was like hair in a chongo, and it was just super chill, no pressure. And then come to day of filming our scenes, and I'm like, oh my god, this is real. And she comes in full costume, and it was like, throw me into the wall, girl. Like, let's make this real. And so the day after, I'm like, oh, maybe she shouldn't have done that because this hurts. Like, I'm hurting right now.
And obviously, other big casting news, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us what it was like. Did you have any scenes with or working with him? What it was like?
Well, huge, because even before Bryan Cranston was announced as the cast, we were doing table reads and stuff, we're wondering like what Zordon's gonna be like.
We had our own inside
we had
jokes.
so many Zordons. We had like every form of Zordon you can
Zordon
imagine,
with
like
the
Darth
English
Vader
accent.
Zordon and Harry
English
Potter
one.
Zordon.
Yeah.
We'd make our own
Zordon.
voices. We'd sit around the table. Either the director would
Chipmunk
read or we'd
Zordon.
read, and then another actor came in, a great voice actor, for a period and played spoke his lines. So we're developing this relationship with this patriarchal character of being like, this is the guy who guides us through this journey.
Yeah.
This is the foundation under the Rangers. Like, this is the guy goes, you've got this responsibility, you've got to step up.
Yeah.
And then for Bryan to step in that role, especially like I watched Malcolm in the Middle, shout out to Breaking Bad,
Oh.
like
Woo!
literally.
Woo!
Yeah,
It's
right?
just
And,
right.
love
and
Malcolm
it's
in the
just
Middle.
Malcolm
right.
in the Middle,
What
and
a
I'm like,
show.
he's my dad, like Malcolm in the Middle. I was like, this is
Oh.
great.
Well,
Isn't it just right though, Bryan Cranston? Like it just feels
This
right.
connection.
Billy
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Cranston.
he adds so
Power
much
Rangers.
gravity to the role. And
Yeah.
you guys, you've gotten me so excited for this movie. Just talking to you and hearing
you.
just the commitment and dedication and the belief you have in the movie. Isn't that awesome to hear, you guys?
Magic,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Movie
Thank
magic.
you.
I want to thank you for coming out and joining us today. Dacre Montgomery, Naomi Scott, Ludi Lynn, Becky G,
Yes,
thank you for
thank you,
coming
guys.
out, spending time with us
Thank
here at
you,
Screen Junkies
thank you,
Central.
thank you.
Give them a
Thank
big
you,
round
everybody.
of applause.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
Yeah, we're going to take a picture.
Oh, we're gonna take some pictures. Nice.
Thanks again to sponsor T-Mobile. With double the LTE coverage, get your Screen Junkies fix in more places. To watch our previous show, click to the left. And to view everything else from Screen Junkies Central, click to the right.